Welcome to the Art of the Proposal, Part 1. In this module, we will be learning about the importance of compliance. Crafting great proposals is an art. Today, we're going to use art as a metaphor for proposals. When you submit a proposal, you are submitting your art into a contest. It will be scored by evaluators against a set of criteria, and the highest scoring entry wins. The stakes are high. The winner gets millions of dollars. But there is a catch. You must enter with a team of artists. No one works alone. There will be many people touching the canvas and everyone has different talents and ideas. You win and lose as a team. It can get chaotic. Really? Chaotic. And there is another catch. There are rules. A lot of rules. If you fail to follow the rules, you will be disqualified, which means your team's submission will be rejected before it's even evaluated. This is not an abstract art contest. Abstract can be beautiful, but it won't win this competition. In this contest, evaluators expect you to color inside the lines. The rules tell you where the lines are. They are the boundaries you have to stay within when creating your art. The rules are contained in the solicitation. There are often 100+ pages of instructions to read through, just to find the rules. These rules get into the weeds and they aren't always easy to find. Sometimes, they are sprinkled throughout multiple places in the solicitation. This looks like page limits, font type, font size, questions to answer, services required, and the structure of the proposal response. Once you identify the rules, they will become your blueprint. Okay? So now that we have our list of rules, why not just play it safe? Because compliance alone won't be enough to win the contest. If you want to win this contest, your art must set you apart from the competition and resonate with the evaluators. But remember, you have to do all of this while staying inside the lines. Your team could submit the Mona Lisa, but if you didn't follow the rules, you won't win. Your submission will be disqualified before it's even evaluated. Staying inside the lines and following the rules is also referred to as compliance. Creating something unique that speaks to the evaluators is also known as telling a compelling story. So, now you know the difference between compliant and compelling. This is the secret to success. A winning submission has to be both compliant and compelling. It resonates with evaluators while also following the rules. Okay, so let's get to work. Don't forget, this is a team competition. There will be many people touching the canvas and everyone has different talents and ideas. So, why can't we dive right in? Because this is what happens without a plan. The artists on your team may create beautiful works of art, but if they don't work together with a plan, things will go off the rails. This is where proposal managers come in. They create the plan and run the project. Proposal coordinators assist every step of the way. The proposal team is responsible for establishing the vision for the proposal, ensuring that it speaks to evaluators. They are also responsible for ensuring that the team does this while staying inside the lines. Now, let's clean this up and start again. Let's do it the right way this time. Welcome to your first mock proposal. The U.S. Department of Fun has a need for proposal coordination support services. Over the next several weeks, we will work together to respond to this RFP. Our first task is to read the solicitation to find the rules. Read the entire thing, and then read it a second time. Every solicitation is unique, but most have some similarities. Specifically, most solicitations contain sections L, M, and C. These sections contain the instructions, evaluation criteria, and a description of the work that will be done under the contract. An easy way to remember these sections is through the acronym. Let me check everything. Now, let's explore what each of these sections contain. Section L is typically the section where you can find instructions to offerors. This includes things like formatting, response structure, and submission instructions. Section M is typically where you can find a description of the way proposals will be evaluated. This is also known as the evaluation criteria. Section C is usually where you will find a description of the work that will be done, or the products that will be purchased under the contract. This is also referred to as a performance work statement or statement of work. Finally, we have everything else. As mentioned before, every solicitation is different and are often 100+ pages. These pages will include things like clauses, background information, forms, attachments, and much more. For this first exercise, we will focus on sections L, M, and C, but we will cover everything else in future lessons. Now that we've read the solicitation, our next task is to create a matrix of the rules. This is called a compliance matrix, and it is a very valuable tool. A compliance matrix is a checklist that you will use to build a template, direct your team, and review for compliance. You are going to practice creating a compliance matrix by completing 2 assignments this week. The first will be through dragging and dropping items from the solicitation into a matrix. The second assignment will be for you to create a compliance matrix from scratch in Excel, using the solicitation. When building a matrix and shredding a solicitation, it's important that you break things into small chunks that are easy to assess. Ask yourself, is this a single checklist item? If not, break it into smaller pieces. This is also important because the government evaluators who are scoring proposals will have a similar list. You want to catch everything, because if you don't, they will. The order is critical. You must build your matrix, beginning with section L, then section M, then section C. Finally, you will review the solicitation and pull out any additional important information. A compliance matrix becomes the proposal team's blueprint to staying inside the lines, so it is important to get it right. It's the plan that gets your team from a blank canvas to a compliant and compelling proposal. It is also the ruler that you will use to measure compliance throughout the proposal development process. It is so important that we're going to spend the week practicing. This concludes our module for this week. Make sure you complete all assignments and work closely with your team. See you next week.